Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be my weekly melts. I'm trying to do it weekly so that the video is not so long and I can really kind of remember the scents a little bit better. I have to excuse my voice. It was last night I started feeling like when I was swallowing, like my throat was really tight, so something's going on in my throat. I don't really know what, so you just have to bear with me there. Hopefully I don't cough or anything crazy. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to kind of jump around a little bit. Usually I try to go in alphabetical order, and when I put the scent descriptions on my phone, I put them in alphabetical order, so it's going to be kind of jumpy. But I wanted to start off with one of my favorites for this week, and it was from Vintage Chic Scents, and it was Poinsettia in Cape Cod, and it was poured on 11/12 of last year. And Cape Cod is salty sea spray, sea weathered driftwood, and a hint of water lily. Yeah, for some reason my scent description got kind of cut off on that, so hopefully that's the correct description. Anyway, so what I did is first I cut this in half, and then I cut it in. So I cut it in half, and then I cut it again, the one half, into two parts, and I put one in my 20-watt Glade and then my 20-watt Walgreens, and I got a pretty decent throw, not as high as I was hoping. But then what I did is I put the other half, I cut in two, and I put one half in the 20-watt Glade and then my Scentsy warmer in my kitchen, and it seemed to throw better. So I don't know what the deal is. Like, I'm so confused on, like, I just feel like it's just always like this guessing game of like what's gonna throw in what warmer, and you have to, I don't know, it just feels like you always have to like try to figure it out. But I feel like I got a better throw in my kitchen, and my kitchen was weird. The first time that I warmed this in the 220-watt warmers, I felt like it was throwing out of the kitchen. Like, I could smell this stronger in like the living room area versus the kitchen. Well, when I did it in my Scentsy warmer and then my 20-watt Glade, it was in the kitchen. So what happened was that morning it was kind of overcast and it was just kind of an ugly day. I walked in my kitchen and the scent just automatically like transported me to, I felt like the windows were open and I was on a beach house, and all that salty sea, fresh breeze air was coming in. So that's why I liked this one so much, was because it just, like, I really felt like I was on the beach, like with the windows open and like a thunderstorm was kind of rolling in. I think I do have another one of these. I feel like it came in the, was it the Fresh Sampler? The Freshie Spa Sampler? Shoot, I don't remember. But anyway, so that one was really good. Let me move my scent list down. Okay, so that was that one. The other one that I did is this one in my 20-watt warmer in my living room. And again, that's kind of a big open area. So you've kind of got the entryway, the dining, like our formal dining room, and then our living room. And they all have, like, it's all pretty high ceilings in there. So this one is Fancy Salon. No. Oh, no. Crap. Well, that sucks. I got this, I put the scent description for Fancy Salon. Okay, well, that's stupid. I don't know why I kept thinking I was, well, okay, hold on a sec. Okay, sorry about that. And it's a little dark too as well. It's kind of early in the morning. Okay, so Lovely Grace is a duplication of a famous actress fragrance, although I think it smells also like another fancy line shower gel and lotion, so I combine the name. This scent is for those who love clean, fresh, and slightly floral scents. I don't know why I was looking up Fancy Salon for that. Okay, so this is a floral. Not really a floral, I mean more like a perfume to me. That's really what I got out of this when I warmed it. Now, the good news is that usually Lake Providence Lodge is pretty strong for me. This one was not strong at all. It was just a nice, not overpowering. You know how sometimes when you get in the elevator with somebody and they are just like drowning in perfume and you feel like you're gonna like vomit because it's just so overwhelming and it overtakes everything? This was not that, so I was super glad, because this is kind of one of those like perfumey scents. Just really pretty. I don't know if I would look for this one again, but I don't know, I might. I mean, it's good. So that was that. I also, this week, I finally got to warm my front porch candle in, let's see, does it say clover and aloe? This is the shavable wax, which, clover and aloe, the shavable wax, which I have never used any shavable wax, but, sorry, I'm just having a bad morning. Here's the consistency of the shavable wax. It's just slightly more firm than her scoopable wax, but I find there's no undertone, at least not in this scent. Now, I really love it on cold. On warm, it kind of takes on more of what I would consider a manly, like cologne scent, is what I had the feeling that this was kind of coming off as for me, was more of a, it says clover and aloe, wonderful fresh scent of clover that is not too heavy on the green notes with undertones of aloe. Now, I don't know what aloe smells like on its own. Like, I have no idea. But I'm guessing, like, the green notes to me, I don't know what, like, I don't think I smelled green notes. I think I just got, like, kind of a cologne-y man's, kind of a fresh man's cologne is probably the better way to describe it. So there is that. That was good. That was a good strong throw too. And also, since I could control how much I could put in the warmers, I put a little bit more than what like one of Angie's Grubbies would be, which I think is like 0.9 ounces or one ounce or something. So let's get into the Super Tarts. Let me pull up where are my Super Tarts? Here we go. Let's see. Shield was the first. This came from Rosalie. I bought a D-stash off of her. She had a lot of scent shots, so I've been slowly working through the scent shots, which I adore. Thank you so much, Rosalie, for sending these to me. They also came from Germany too, and surprisingly, like sometimes I get really crappy, like I've gotten D-stashes from people before, and they come really crappy looking. Rosalie's came all the way from Germany, and it was like, looked perfect. No lids were off any of these scent shots. The whole thing just looked really good. So I was impressed that came all the way from Germany, and it looked so good. I mean, I've gotten other boxes that just look like they've been trampled on. So I don't know if I was just lucky that time, but if you ever see Rosalie on the board selling a D-stash, she's a great D-stasher. So anyway, Shield is pina colada, passion fruit nectarine, and rainbow sherbet. Now this one was just a little bit too fruity for me. The first time I turned it on, I was kind of overpowered by it. This one went in my living room 20-watt warmer. I usually warm my Super Tarts in my living room because it's such a big space, and these are really strong. This one, once it died down a little bit, like once the scent started to kind of like wear off a little bit, it was more tolerable for me, and I did enjoy it a little bit more, but initially I was just so overwhelmed. I'm really smelling a lot of the passion fruit nectarine. That's really what I get out of there, but on warm, I could smell the pina colada as well. I don't know about the rainbow sherbet. I think they all kind of mesh together since they're all kind of fruity scents, but I could smell the pina colada in that. So if you like that kind of scent, that would be a good one. This other one I always hear a lot of people talking about is the Big Bang Theory. This is another one that I believe came from Rosalie, so thank you, Rosalie. This is pumpkin pecan waffles, hot toddy, and butterbrickle. Now, I do like the pumpkin pecan waffle scent, and I really feel like this is just a good bakery. This again was in my 20-watt in my living room, and it threw really well. Now when the scent started to fade down a little bit, I was really getting like that butterbrickle, like the buttery notes, and it started to smell, I don't know how to describe it, but it just started smelling really buttery. But it did go for a long time before it kind of turned to that butter note. It wasn't bad, but I don't know. I think a lot of people like this one. Is it this one or Full House that people like? I'm not sure. But this one, I mean, I think I might save this for the winter time because I think this would be a better winter scent, but it was good. Again, always high throw with that one. Let's keep going with Super Tarts here. So I got this one. I can't remember who I got this from. Indiana Jones. I did a lot of swapping of of other wax for Super Tarts for like a good month, so I acquired quite a bit of Super Tarts over a short period of time. So this had 2 cubes in it. Whoever destashed it to me, and I can't remember. It's Indiana Jones. It's red currant berries, raspberries, Egyptian musk, and sweet honey cream. So this one to me is very dominant on the sweet honey cream and the musk. Like when I was warming it, I really felt like I got that honey notes. Not overly sweet because of the Egyptian musk, but it was like a honey, what's the word? Not overly sweet honey, but just kind of like, how do I describe it? Just not a super sweet honey. The honey was definitely the dominant note. And I think the Egyptian musk just kind of rounded it out and made it not so sweet. I really don't know that I smelled the other berries in there. Okay. This next one is Red Skull. And Red Skull is sweet, fresh picked strawberries, creamy zucchini bread frosted with vanilla cream. Now, this one to me is very light on the zucchini bread. Like I can barely pick up zucchini bread. This one is just more of a sweet strawberry. I don't even know that it's fresh picked. I don't feel like it's fresh picked. I feel like it's just more of a sweet strawberry. That's the best way I can describe it. Okay, I feel like the reason that it is a sweet strawberry is because of that frosted vanilla buttercream. So I feel like that's why it was a super sweet strawberry to me. Almost too sweet. I was really looking for that creamy zucchini bread to be in there, but it was really not present for me when I warmed it. Now this is a really strong thrower. It lasted a long time. I love that label too. So what I ended up doing is, so I warmed it multiple times. Obviously I used the whole clamshell. But what I ended up doing is 10 Digit Creations has a really good zucchini bread. It's kind of a spicy, not creamy like I like, but I like spicy too. Yeah, it is spicy. I think it's spicy. I don't know if it's kind of spicy or kind of in between. But anyways, what I ended up doing is I ended up doing a cube of Red Skull and then half of a tart of zucchini bread. And this was still overpowering it. Like I usually 10 Digit zucchini bread is like crazy strong. I still feel like the Red Skull was still taking over. So I kind of wish she would add some more of the zucchini bread to this. I just feel like it's missing that zucchini bread. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody else review this yet, so I'm curious to know if anybody else gets just a sweet strawberry out of that. So anyways, and then so I did warm zucchini bread as well, and usually when I warm this by itself it's super strong, but mixed with this I could smell the Red Skull over it, so that idea didn't work. So then what I did is I have French Baguette, which is also a super strong from 10 Digits, a super strong scent, so I decided to mix that with Red Skull. So I have that warming now. I'm going to go out and smell it and see how it's doing. Okay, so the French Baguette seems to be doing a little bit better with the Red Skull. It seems to be able to keep up with the power of the scent of the Red Skull, so that's good. Okay, so next here we have Front Porch Rose Laundry. Let's see if we can get that to focus. Okay, so Rose Laundry, I don't think I could find a scent description for that. I think it's just Gain Laundry. I think that's her scent. And Rose. This one was really nice. I would definitely look for this one again. The Rose and the lawn, like usually sometimes with Front Porch, the laundry overtakes everything else. But in this one, the Rose and the laundry were just really nice together. They weren't like, nobody was winning in the war of scents. It was like the rose was half and then the laundry was half as well. And they mingled really well. It wasn't like rose jam, like a sweet rose. It was just more of like and it wasn't even like a fresh picked rose either. It was just a really nice rose scent that I really enjoyed. So I would probably look for this one again if I could find it. I did it in a Scentsy warmer in my daughter's bathroom and it seemed to go for quite a while. So I was impressed with that one. Now this one was really strong, but sadly I did not love the scent as much. This is Pink Mellow Lime Laundry. So I'm guessing it's pink sugar, marshmallow, lime, and then Gain Laundry. Something about this on warm just kind of made my stomach turn a little bit. It smells really good in the bag. Just, I think the lime in there with the pink sugar, marshmallow, and the laundry, and then with that lime thrown in, just, oh my goodness, I had to turn it off. What I did is I turned it off after it had been going for a while, and then I turned it on the next day, and it was a little bit lighter in scent. I put this in my kitchen, and what I did is I did 1 grubby each for a 20 watt, and then I cut 1 grubby in half, so I had probably about a tart and a half in each 20 watt warmer in my kitchen. It was really strong and I almost couldn't take it. So what happened is I ended up turning it off because I was like, oh, this is not a good scent. And then I turned it on the next day, and then since it was lighter, it seemed to be more tolerable and I liked it a little bit more. But I just think something about that lime in there just kind of threw everything off. So that one I would not repurchase, but I did finish 4 grubbies in that. Okay, another surprise of the week, and I had to get this off of, no, actually what happened is I ended up getting it from a consultant. I belong to some sort of Scentsy board where you can do an in search of. So I was looking for this one because I didn't realize this got discontinued, and this is my husband's favorite scent, and I really like it as well. This is super, super strong. I used 2 cubes in our bedroom in a Scentsy warmer, and I mean, it throws out the door, down the hall. You can smell this everywhere. This is really good. So I was actually surprised by the scent description. I've never actually read the scent description, to be honest, but it says lavender with a strong woody background of amber, moss, and musk. This to me smells like a super nice man's cologne, which is why I like it, but the fact that it says lavender like really threw me off. Like I just don't know if I smell lavender in here. Let me give the camera something to focus on here. Yeah, I just don't know if I could say there was lavender in there. I don't smell it. To me, you get more of that woody, musky man scent. So I really love this one. I got 2 bars from my consultant, so I'm good for a while. Like I said, this is my husband's fave. So there's that. So I'm almost finished. I'd have like a little bit left. Is a Snow Globe World from the Bathing Garden. This is, I believe, a buttermint. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Buttermint candy cane, salted caramel, brown sugar, and roasted chestnuts. This was just like a really nice warm peppermint scent to me. Or buttermint, I guess, but to me it just, you know, peppermint and buttermint smell pretty much the same to me, but this was just a nice creamy scrub. I like this. I probably would get this again for a Christmas time, so I have quite a bit of scrubs to get through though, so hopefully maybe I'll be done by the next Christmas that comes around. Okay, so this one was a sample in Blackberry Fudge. Sorry about the label, it's been in the shower. This one was really good. I was surprised. I did not initially think I would like it. But once I got it in the shower, it's just almost like a blackberry like butter cookie. I don't know that I got so much fudge in there, but this one just smelled really good. It was a nice blackberry scent. Really liked this one. Wish I had gotten it in a scrub, but that's okay. Summer in a Jar whipped soap. You can see, sorry about the label again. Looks like crap. I have just a little bit left to use. This to me, and let me just read the description. It's amazingly tart and juicy citrus fruits blend with just a touch of green floral. This tart will wake you up and make you think of that perfect summer day. Okay, so this one to me is kind of a subdued tartness. Like I don't really think it's super tart. Like when I had it in the shower and I was using it and, you know, rubbing it on my, I used these for shaving actually, when I was rubbing it on my legs. I almost felt like it was like a subdued pineapple scent. Maybe in the tart, it's really, like it says, amazingly tart with the juicy citrus fruits, but I feel like this was more of a subdued juicy fruit scent. So melts for the week. I didn't do a lot of melting like I thought I was going to do. What ended up happening is we had a lot of really nice days, and I actually I got this idea. Well, actually Sophia from My Random Favorite Things started making me think about this, but you know, she was saying that she was kind of not melting as much and that she was actually opening her windows and letting fresh air in. And we had a few days like that last week where we had like some really pretty days, and so I just opened the windows and let the fresh air come in. And it was kind of a nice change. So I would recommend, if you've kind of over melted and you need a break and it's like a nice day to open the windows, I would say turn off your warmers and open your windows for a little bit. It's kind of nice to do that every once in a while and just, I don't know, just air out the house, I guess. So anyways, that is my melts for the week, and hopefully I will be back in another week with some new melts. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.